Have you guys ever noticed that the exact same feedback can feel completely different depending on who's the person saying that? One person says something about your work, your appearance, or your choices, and you barely think about it, like it's not a big deal. And another person says exactly the same thing to you, and all of a sudden, you just cannot forget that, and you keep replaying that in your head for days to come. And honestly, that's why I don't think that it's always about the feedback itself. Hi, you guys, welcome back to Makeup as Therapy. This is a small space on the internet where we talk about life, human behavior, emotional clarity, all of this while getting ready together. And and today's conversation is about feedback, but not in the way people talk about it. So I used to always think that if the feedback hurts, it's because the feedback was harsh. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that that is not true. Because sometimes two people can make the exact same comment, and one of those comments stays for like 5 minutes, and the other one, it stays for like 5 years. And that part is interesting, isn't it? Because if words were the only thing that mattered, then I think that both the comments should affect us in the same way. But they don't. And I think that is because we are not reacting to the message. We are reacting to the person who is delivering that message. Their opinion, their role in our life, the meaning that we have attached to them. So sometimes a stranger can criticize us online, but we move forward. Yeah, it hurts. But it takes a very short period of time to move ahead of that. And sometimes one comment from somebody important to us can stay with us like the whole day. So the answer is not as simple as it was harsher. It is just that it is coming from a person who carries more weight in our life. So I think this is where things get interesting, because when we hear feedback from somebody we respect, we hear information. But when we get a feedback from somebody that we are seeking approval from, then we take that feedback in some other direction. We hear rejection, we hear judgments, we hear proof that we are not enough, even when the person did not intend to do so. And honestly, I think that's why self awareness matters so much. Because sometimes we are convinced that we are upset about the feedback, when in reality, we are upset about what the feedback actually means. And those are two very different things. So, the feedback can be that you can do better. And the meaning that we start attaching to it is that maybe I am disappointing people. So, the feedback can be that this needs improvement, and the meaning becomes I am failing. And once that starts happening, we are no longer reacting to the feedbacks, we are reacting to the stories. So maybe if the next times a feedback kicks harder than expected, then it is time to ask yourself, what am I reacting to? The words or the meaning that I have attached to those words? Because sometimes it's not the feedback that hurts. It's the story we create around it that hurts us. So let me know in the comment section, has there been any kind of feedback or a comment made to you that has stayed with you for years to come? I would love to know your thoughts and your experiences on this topic. And if such conversation resonates with you and if you like having such conversations, then please subscribe to my channel, because we are building a honest, strong little community over here. And I would really appreciate that. So I will meet you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.